here we've been here for, amazing, thank you, spend the 2 days here with you, and you do these things called the checkup, the 24-hour checkup from the neck up, right?
Yep.
Where you spend time with somebody for 12 to 24 hours, and it's one of the reasons that Orrin and Hilda, my wife Ann, are here, is to get our checkup from the neck up. That's who do we come to? And Chris Porter asked, she said, how big is Orrin's inner circle of people who he takes advice from? RE, and then she puts in parentheses, if he took advice from everybody, he'd be running in circles. So how big is your inner circle of people who you seek advice from?
Yeah, that's a great question. One of the quotes I always remember is, if you take advice from no one, you're not going to be successful. And if you take advice from everyone, you're not going to be successful. So where do you find that balance? And so I look for people that are successful in their fields. I was reading a book on Harvey McKay, and he's got a coach in so many different areas. He's got a ping pong coach, he's got a fitness coach, he's got a business coach, he's got a writing coach. And so it's the same type of principle. I seek out people that are excellent in a chosen field, that 10,000 hours, as Malcolm Gladwell talks about, to master in any field. And so I find masters in their field and then seek out and say, well, tell me, So for our, I look at the way you can do internet marketing and be able to share that. I'm like, man, I have no talent in that area. But if I'm your friend, then vicariously I have your talents because we're partnered in that area. And in the same way, so, I look at our policy council and our specific organization. That's an essential group where I respect them. They have results. And so when they speak on an issue, I'm thinking, I got to pause and ponder and think, boy, if they took the time to share that with me, there was a specific intent, there was a reason, and so I respect that, and yourself and others. So I might have 10 or 12 people that can speak into my life because of the respect I have for them in their chosen field.
So these are people who have grown with you and earned the respect through results as well as mentorship. And then of course, I'm sure books and so forth, these are mentors that you have that you never talked to, but they're mentoring into your life as well.
Yeah, John Wooden wrote a book on mentoring, and he said some of his best mentors were people he never met and were dead by the time he was born. People like Abraham Lincoln, etc. And that really spoke to me because some of the best mentors are from books that I'm reading from 1850 and before, but just so much wisdom has been captured on the human condition, and it's just a shame that people aren't hungry enough to really dig in and learn from experience, but preferably somebody else's.
Yeah. I just picked up a book and I was reading it in your office, and it looked at the copyright. It was 1947. There's so much good stuff in there. Some of you might have e-readers where you can download books just right onto your e-reader. I don't have one. My wife loves it. Orrin downloads a lot of books onto his e-reader before the year of
1937,
because they have a lot of information, but they're free also. So if you're thinking, hey, I can't afford that, then those books are all free. Just download them and start reading.